Here we have for sale our 2018 on a 68 plate Volkswagen Transporter. This is a T6, which is the shape, so the 6th generation of Transporter. This is a T28, meaning it's got a 2.8 ton gross vehicle weight. It's got the 2-litre TDI Euro 6 diesel engine, which produces 102 brake horsepower, and that's accompanied with a 5-speed manual gearbox. And this is the short wheelbase Trendline panel van, which, as you can probably tell already, is not quite standard and has had a conversion done to it. So what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Trendline. This is a sort of day van, camper van conversion, so I'll talk you through, of course, the full specification of that as well, and we'll have a look at the condition of this particular example, seeing as it is currently available for sale at the time of recording. So first thing here, at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with rear barn doors. What I mean by that are 2 doors which open like so. And not from factory, the glass has been added here to the rear doors, and of course it has been added to the sides as well. And when you see in the back, you'll understand why. In terms of condition here at the rear of the van, in terms of these rear doors here, all looking in very, very good order. Of course, you are going to get the odd small blemish here or there, but it must be said, and hopefully the camera is conveying it accurately, it's looking very nice indeed. Rear parking sensors on this particular model, being as it is a Trendline, so that comes as standard. And as you can see here, we've got a colour-coded rear bumper, which is in the candy white of the van itself. Also, which has been added afterwards at some point, is the rear barn door tailgate spoilers. And I think that really does give it a nice sporty look, especially when you combine it with the other bits which have been added as well. Looking here then down the passenger side of the vehicle, and just looking down the down the side of the vehicle, using the reflections where available there, we can just look for any dings or dents or anything like that which I can see. And I think the only thing which I can spot there looking down the side is a tiny little pin dent here just on the fuel filler cap, but that is very, very minor. Otherwise, looking in very, very good order indeed, as are the very nice 18-inch gloss black Wolf Race alloy wheels, which have been freshly refurbished. I believe these are called the Aero alloy wheel. We do a lot with Wolf Race, and I think this is a really, really smart design indeed. All tyres are looking in very good order as well. As we're down here, we can also see that this one has got the chrome sidebars as well. If we open up the rear barn doors, then we can start to have a look inside the back of the van. So you can see here immediately that this one is no longer just a van, but is more really now a sort of camper or day van. We'll come on to that in just a second. When we're looking at the rear barn doors, inside the rear barn doors, you'll see this little button here which says press. If you give that a good firm press, you can then open the rear door right out to its full 180-degree position like so. And now let's just talk a little bit about this rear barn door. So first thing to note is, of course, you can see why we've got the window now, is because being a sort of camper van, you want that visibility out of the back. You don't want to feel like you're in some dark cave in there. But when it comes to night times, you have got the curtains on the windows as well to give you that privacy there where needed. The vehicle is carpet lined as well, so you can see these inner door panels here have been carpet lined. It's exactly the same on the other side as well, all completely freshly done and looking very, very nice indeed. Now let's have a look at this bed. So there's a couple of ways that you can go, I guess, with a camper van conversion. You'll see some which have got a row of cabinets down the side here, which will have possibly a sink or a cooker and that type of thing in there, which is fine. But what that does then, it limits the width of your bed. So when you've got the cabinet there, it comes up to say here, and then your bed is that much smaller. With a system like this, it gives you the full size bed in the back, and it really is a fantastic size, but you've also got fantastic storage space underneath here, which of course can be utilized as you wish. You can also see here that the van, as I say, is fully carpet lined throughout, all on the sides. And I say that's all been freshly done, so in fantastic order. And you can also see, for an element of luxury as well, we've got this lovely sort of Alcantara or suede headlining there, which I think is really, really nice. Very, very soft to touch as well, and really helps with sound deadening as an added bonus. You can also see that there are LED lights which have been added into the headlining as well. Let's shut the rear barn doors. We'll continue to go around the vehicle. We'll have a look at this setup from the side loading door. So if you open up the side loading door, say first thing to note, looking at the side loading door, you can see a window has been added here as well. And now we can have a good look here at what this looks like from this side. So I've done it purposely in this position here to show you the bed, but it's very, very simple to get into this position. And you can see here that it is in a matching trim. So this is the proper VW, what they call the brick trim. And you can see that is matching to the front here on the double swivel and also on the driver's seat as well. We have got 3 seat belts in the back of here, so you can still comfortably carry 3 people in the back as well when you're driving around day to day. And of course 3 in the front, making this a 6-seater. Now, what is so fantastic about these Evolution smart beds is when you've got it in the bed position like this, it's very, very simple then to put it back to its original seating position. So on this handle here, give that a little push and it does all the work for you, and back into the full seating position. Give that a bit of a push there, and there we are. That is now locked into place. So as simple as that, you've gone from having a full bed to now having basically a combi van. So you've got your 3 seats back here. This has been finished really, really nicely with a panel across there, and you can just see it's all nicely sealed as well to go along with the Altro non-slip flooring as well. There is a table which goes conveniently on this rail on the side here. So if I can just quickly try and show you this with one hand, hopefully so. And there we are. Of course, you can put that in a number of different positions along the rail, but you have got a lovely table there as well. Now let's just talk a little bit about the electric. So this vehicle is fitted with a leisure battery and also a power converter. So the power converter allows the leisure battery to charge when the vehicle is running, and it gives you power to this panel just here. So when you haven't got the inverter on, you've got power from the USB port and also the 12-volt socket just there. But with the press of this button just here, it then gives you the full power from the 3-pin plug. So much more power, a lot more appliances, which of course are compatible with the 3-pin plug as well. And what I really like with this panel is it gives you your your battery health on there, or your battery charge on there. So you can really keep an eye on that. I'm told as well you can actually pair an app to this on your phone, and you can actually remotely check the charging rate of your battery, and also the the remaining charge left in the battery as well, which I think is really, really smart. Looking then into the front of the van, you can see here that we have got the Kira Van's double swivel base on the front. Pretty simple to do. There's 4 bolts, 2 here and then 2 on the other side. Undo those. I find it helps to have the passenger door open, and then you can swivel the base around very quickly, and then you've got this lovely sort of communal area, especially with a table in the middle as well. And then you, as I say, you've got your lights in the roof, which are controlled on a separate switch up here. So very nice to see that. If we open up the passenger door, we can continue then to have a look at some of the condition and spec in here. So having a look at the floor there, you can see the floor is in really good order, and you can see these are the other 2 bolts which I mentioned to give you the availability to spin that around. Lovely thing as well with the double base, just before we move on, is that you have got storage under here. So as a usual transporter, you can pop this up, flip it forward, and then you have got storage under there as well. So it really is, I say, not only have you got storage in the back, but you've always got it in the front there as well, underneath that double seat. Passenger door card is all in really, really good order, as is the passenger step. No issues there at all. You can turn the passenger airbag off here if you like. Let's continue to go around the outside of the vehicle then, moving around to the front. Again, alloy wheels I think really set it off very nicely. Colour-coded front bumper on a trend line, and this one has had this lovely gloss black lower splitter added as well. In terms of condition here at the front, all looking in very good order. A couple of stone chips I guess as to be expected, but certainly nothing significant which I can point out to you here, all looking very good indeed. Looking then down the driver's side of the vehicle, and again just using those reflections where I can to have a look for any dings or dents, maybe a tiny little mark just here on that crease just there, but as I say, very minor indeed. But I think those wheels look really smart. If we open up the driver's door then, we can have a look from the driver's side. So on top of the driver's door we have electric windows, electric heated mirrors. You can see that there has been some Vanex metal handles added to here, which does give it quite a sturdy feel, it must be said. You can see here that we've got 2 full remote keys with the vehicle, and you can see mileage there, 62,177 miles. On the left of the steering wheel, just on the stalk there, you can see we have got cruise control as well. 5-speed manual gearbox as I mentioned, and then looking at the screen in the middle here, you can of course connect your phone to this via a USB, which is just over here on the left hand side, and you've got an AUX port there and an SD card slot as well. So you've got DAB radio and, as I say, Bluetooth on here as well. 12-volt socket up on top, and as I say, in terms of condition, all looking very good indeed. Driver's seat, not on a swivel on this one, but as I say, everything is located underneath there in terms of the leisure battery, etc. And we've got the twin adjustable armrests there on the driver's seat. So just to summarise, 2018 on a 68 plate Volkswagen Transporter, it's a T6 T28 2-litre TDI Euro 6 102 brake horsepower short wheelbase trendline van, which has been very tastefully converted into this sort of day van, camper van. Lovely spec with a full width bed, fully carpeted and insulated glass all round, the power converter with a leisure battery as well, and of course all the usual trendline spec on the van, including rear parking sensors, DAB radio and cruise control. And as I say, this one has got the very nice Wolf Race 18-inch aero alloy wheels, front splitter, sidebars and rear spoiler as well. This vehicle has been right through our workshop upon arrivals for a full service, and I believe the MOT is until April 2023. If you'd like to see the full advert, including the price, please head over to our website, which is listed here on the sign, bridgeendvans.co.uk. This is where you'll see, as I say, the full advert, and that includes all the photography of the vehicle as well. We'll of course welcome inquiries on either of the numbers listed here at the bottom of the sign. We can take cars or vans in part exchange, and we can arrange finance at very competitive rates for a number of different clients, including limited companies. And we can also offer nationwide delivery. Thank you very much for watching.